CNFT news coming to you live from PNS Studios, Pistachio Network Studios. And today we got a hunk of a show for you. And that is going to be a face-off. There's going to be kicking, Cypherkicking.
Yeah. A lot of fun stuff today.
It's just going to be amazing.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the CNFT News. This is the Real News, Real Nonsense Network. We're your hosts, Scott Chestnut,
Summer Horsegrave,
and with Spaces.
And the news here is brought to you by our whole team, including Will, Mr. FOMO, who is our off-screen, behind-the-scenes guy, and we'd love to welcome you.
Sometimes on screen
to our studio. That's right. He's been on studio on screen before, but we come to you live twice a week on this channel, and we're here to bring you some real news and some real nonsense
for a balanced diet.
Try to keep you filled in on what's happening in the CNFT world. We interview some of the biggest projects in the community, maybe the biggest.
And today,
it's
a good day for that.
Very good project.
Sometimes things get a little weird, and we like to ensure that things get a little weird. So
it's a feature, not a bug. It's a feature. Hey, fairies!
Good morning from Australia.
Bringing beauty to the community. And great poetry, if I should say so myself, at Shillamania.
That's absolutely right. So today's guest, we have Alessandro. That one. Yeah. And
the one and only.
And we've got Cypherkicks. Pepper's backstage right now. So we're really excited to talk to both of these folks.
And Cypherkicks is going to be our neighbors at CNFT Con.
Right. Yeah.
We have a booth right
So we're starting our bonding.
It begins now, and it ends with windmill high fives at
top high five.
So let's take a quick look at our Stella card, and then we'll bring in our nonsense now. Stella card is very special today, as you can see. Stella is winged, and
she's called Hell's Angel Stella, but it's not like the biker Hell's Angel. It's like somewhere between the two is where we all are. It's sort of like that sort of message.
That's right. There she is, wearing her wings. Now, there's also something else special going on with this one. Beyond just, obviously, wings are very rare.
Of course.
You're straight, everybody knows that in CNFTs. But what else we got in this card, Tyler?
So as always, we have all of our news, or some of our news from the week with our top stories on this, and then we also got the little. Thought it was cool to include this since it's a pretty special episode.
Totally, and we've never had something. We've had an animated Stella. Mm-hmm. We've never had any additions to like historic documentation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So pop that up, because this is part of our what's happening today, right? Mm-hmm. So fill us in, Tyler. What can we expect?
So me and Alessandro are gonna embarrass ourselves playing the new blockchain party game.
Almost certainly.
And there's two very big wagers up for bets. If he wins, he's gonna get my Bugs One Piece, which is one of my first, actually on the first policy.
That's awesome.
And what started this is if I win, I think he might be signing one of my Astro Buns.
After much persuasion.
Well, I hope that you guys have a nice clean race.
I'm worried.
No, we'll call it. We'll call it. You know what's really funny? When I first saw this poster, I thought for a second you had come up with nicknames for yourselves as boxers. Like I thought you were like.
Oh, yeah.
Which now I really want.
That would have been funny, yeah. But I'll explain the rest of the card. If anyone is new to these, every week we put out a 1-of-1 card to support our show. We start at 20. This one's starting at 25 ADA. We auction off in the Discord. And it's full of all the news and some facts, news and nonsense from the week. So you can see the 7-day sales average, total sales, Mr. Pistachio's regal locutions, which is cosmic, poetry, serendipity, nirvana, and abyss.
That's a rare locution. That is really deep.
Important stuff.
And it's cosmic for obvious reasons.
We got our special guests, our sponsors. Stella's deep in her thoughts. Would you want to read that, Summer? Since you're closest with Stella.
The thought of the day is, it is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you, not by angels or by demons, heaven or hell. And that's from the Buddha himself.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it really is.
We're low on the load today, which is cool. We got first time before 50.
Yeah. Stuff, and it's like,
I know, like immediate.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. We got our top stories and our top projects today, which will congratulate Alessandro for having 420,000 in sales this week.
420.
420.
I mean, this is a pretty good top project.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
this is a good one.
Considering how they can be.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
It's up for auction in our Discord if anyone's interested.
Pop in, check that out, y'all. And wanted to say hey to everybody. Timothy Grigsby says
some of our favorite people in here. Crypto
Heaps popped in, but can't stay.
He just wanted to give an inspirational message.
Yeah, this is very inspirational. He wanted to call Cypherkicks a traitor for abandoning their Twitter space and joining the news instead.
That's so Heaps.
Well, Heaps, if you had a little bit more to offer, maybe he would stick with you. I'm just saying, he made a choice, okay?
Look, there's a lot of people in the CNFT community you gotta get around.
True.
All right. It's time now to come bring everybody out for some nonsense. So, please welcome Nonsense Now. I like the chance when I
welcome, guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome.
All right, y'all. Well,
this is where we ask the tough questions.
Mm-hmm.
Scandalous.
So Peppers first. I don't know if you wanted to respond to Crypto Heaps there. He was kind of
yeah. This is your chance. This is
CNFT news pays more. What can I say? They pay me more. No, I'm just kidding. No, none of that. I spent some time with him, and now I'm here.
You can't have them all the time, Heaps. You got to spread them around.
Enough said. I spent some time with him. Awesome. So we're very excited to have you both here and to ask you some ridiculous questions. So one ridiculous question I'd like to know from you is, would you like to live the same day over and over again for a year, or take 3 years off your life? So you have to do that, and you do get to keep that 3 years, or you don't do it and you lose the 3 years.
Do you age during the 1 year?
No.
So that's a free year. Well, not really.
I mean, it's still going to give you the year. Yeah.
Do you remember?
Can I choose what to do during that day? Like, I guess I decide what to do during the first day, and then all of the rest repeat, right?
Like free for all.
Yeah, I would decide to do that. Like, live the same day for a year. I don't want to live less, so maybe do some fun stuff that I won't get tired of. Eating pizza. Am I gonna, is that unhealthy? It's the same day.
It's just start over.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I think I'll go with that one.
You're gonna live the same day. Yeah, it seems pretty good. What do you think, Alessandro?
Well, I would just cut off like 3 years of my life, because living through the same day every day, it's getting boring, and I'm bored pretty quickly, and I really hate like being in this routine. And I mean, like, if I have a healthy lifestyle, and I just take off 3 years from, instead of getting 100 years, it just get 97.
And who wants to live that old anyway? Let's be honest. Like,
I want to be like 110 or something.
You want to be?
Why not? Yeah. I want to see the world. I don't care. I'll be old. It's okay.
You can't get bored when you're dead, right? So
who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
It's facts.
It's boring, but then it also kind of appeals to me in a way of like, maybe I would start to notice certain patterns that are interesting, and maybe it's like a really good time, since you're bored, to like build certain skills. But it would also suck.
It's a hard one.
You'd have to be in the right situation for it.
Yeah.
I think you're right about that, Peppers. Like, you want it to be the right kind of day, or else.
Maybe what I would do was just try to read like a book on programming so I can get as good as Alessandro for a whole year. Maybe that's what I would do. Yeah.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
That's kind of true. You can only really do like train yourself things, because like if you like did something else like paint pictures or whatever, it would just reset probably every day.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, train yourself rather than
that's what the
learn languages.
Day was all about.
Learn languages.
Piano.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you learned anything else.
Yeah,
But he had a lot of fun.
I'm sure he did. He was in there for a long time, seemingly.
Yeah, that was a while. All right, good. What else we got here on this ridiculous question list?
Okay. Would you rather travel? Well, no, that's not a good one. Would you rather get away with a terrible crime but live in fear of someone possibly discovering it, or go to prison for 5 years for a crime you didn't commit?
Damn. It's heavy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is difficult.
3 years. Again,
You know what I think I would do is the first option, just be free. But I would try to find a way to right my wrongs, right?
Yeah.
Because if I'm in jail, like I'm just doing nothing there, right? So I would just try to right my wrongs. If I go to jail for 5 years for a crime I didn't commit, that would just feel very unfair, I think.
You would get some resentment. It would be hard to get some resentment.
Yeah, it would feel very unfair.
I don't want to go to jail.
I would.
Depends on the crime.
I would say the crime isn't like,
Did I kill someone?
I would probably pick the going to prison, because I don't know if I would ever get happy in life again if I know like I have done something very criminal. I mean, if it's like not really something truly really bad,
it depends on the crime.
Then maybe I wouldn't go to prison. But if I killed a person or whatever, and I have to keep it like secret for the rest of my life, I don't know if this works out pretty well.
I think that's what it is. Like, I like to think it's like the terrible crime is like you accidentally killed someone, but in a way that no one would actually believe that it was accident, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's
if it's like stealing a space bot, I would just go to jail. Go to jail,
That's probably a good decision.
Yeah. Terrible crime.
We got time for another one here.
You could choose.
Oh.
Scotty's choice.
Oh, Scotty's choice. Well, all right. So now this is an interesting one because of the nature of all of our businesses here. Mm-hmm. Would you rather never watch another movie again or never use social media ever again?
I hardly watch movies, so
I would say let's make it movies and TV.
Yeah, I would say it would have to be something
because I don't give a shit if I can watch movies if I can watch TV.
Does Discord count as social media?
Yeah, definitely.
Does
you still watch?
Okay.
I would stop social media. I think movies and TV have a better effect on me over the long term. I learn more. And Discord and Twitter and everything, I would probably just hire someone to take control over that. Yeah, something like that probably. Yeah. Whereas I cannot like hire someone to watch movies for me.
No, it's not as good. That's true.
Yeah, I actually do not watch that many movies, so I could.
You could handle it?
And TV?
Yeah, I could live without
TV.
I don't watch TV. If I watch something, then I watch movies, but I don't watch any series like Netflix because I don't know. I'm just doing.
Yeah, you're busy.
There's not enough time for that
stuff.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it just keeps me busy right now.
That's interesting.
But yeah,
I think if you fill out YouTube.
Sorry.
Oh no! Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think I just get rid of movies and keep social media.
Okay, that's fair.
Because like it does seem like social media, the thing that pulls me about it is like, who knows how much more important social media even becomes than now. And
yeah, that's true. Social media is at least a connecting thing, whereas movies are more.
Yeah, and I also think it's like a very important piece for decentralization. I think without any kind of connection between people, you cannot really like leverage this concept.
No doubt. Well, I'm glad we don't have to give up either yet.
Yeah. All right. Well, great. Well, we got some really solid nonsense in. I'm very
You've done good.
Very happy with everything that we've heard here. Thank you all so much for.
We'll be compiling the data for future use.
Yeah. So next up, we're gonna send you all backstage. We're gonna do a little CNFT news, and then we'll get to our interviews, and we'll talk to you all soon.
All right.
Well, thank you very much. I think the audience might be excited to see you. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you ready to rock? What's that?
I never hear them scream so loud.
They're ready to rock. All right, let's get this thing on the road. Some racing. We'll catch you guys in just a few minutes. All right, let's go now to CNFT news. It's time.
Oh my God, how amazing.
What happened?
I'm doing the thing I always do, which is I see something on the other monitor. And you don't see it yet, but I'm really excited about it.
Well, this segment is brought to you by Springboard this week. Springboard's tribute collection, which is minting now. Minting right now.
I'm going to buy one for my wallet.
And we'll probably show these off a little bit more later, but this is one we just pulled. This is why
nice.
Buds.
Yeah,
and number 7, so it's meant to be.
It really is.
That just works out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and is that by Art of Women?
It's by Y-Dash.
Yeah. Oh, Y-Dash. Oh, I always get their signatures mixed up.
Oh, yeah, you're trying to peep on the, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're good at the signature recognition.
Fun fact, this whole thing, there's a video of this being made that Y-Dash put out. Like, it's a 5-minute, sped up video of the whole thing. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of artists in the space.
Amazing artists.
Great artists.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Who have gotten together and collaborated with Springboard to basically do some fan art for some OG projects, for some cool stuff out there that's been part of the Cardano,
and
soul
I love to see these projects in other through other filters, through other people's eyes, and it's just awesome.
Yeah.
And it's freaking Udon and K-Fed.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the Udon one now because it's super cool.
They're like the fan art king and queen, in my opinion.
Well,
and I mean, all artists are amazing. I just,
So if you'd like to mint one of these, you can. They're minting right now. It's 25 ADA for one, and I'm going to pop the mint link for.
Yeah, make sure you use that mint link.
Springboard down into the chat. Springboard mint link. There you go. Check that out. Cheap, good stuff, great art.
I didn't know it was going to change.
Yeah, well,
we got new powers today. Everyone watching, so
Tyler has leveled up.
Yeah, I could do things like.
Oh, which one?
The one Tyler likes.
Leveled up.
Watch out! Mm-hmm. That might give him some good luck.
All right. So Melon has created some more features for us, and now Tyler can share screens and move stuff around. So we'll be fighting over it probably later on. But for now, we're really harmonious, which is nice. Yeah, look at the art.
So awesome cool. Stuff. Shout out Soup and Sandel.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Love it. And then we'll probably bring that up a little bit later. But let's jump to the news here. We got some cool stuff going on out there, as always, including News Island. That's right. News Island is now has officially entered into the lore of the news.
Yeah.
And you can buy a turf News Island piece. It looks just
honestly,
like this.
We already had.
It's a free mint, actually.
For $2 or 2.5.
We actually already had an island as part of the news lore, which was Mr. Pistachio's private island, where his wife, Mr. Pistachio's wife, that's her name, that's where she lives. And she lives on one of the islands. I don't know if it's this island. He may have several islands. He's a very rich man. But
this is a free mint, and it says CNFT News on the back. So pretty cool. Check that out, y'all.
I got
it's
one.
kind of like a drop, but also news. I'm not sure if that's just going to be going forever. Like, if there's a time limit on that.
Yeah, we'll have to
I
find
don't
out.
know. So get it now if you want it. This was a cool thread that we posted here. We got some good responses.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
So the oldest and newest NFT in wallet is really cool to see.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the older ones I really recognize immediately, but the newer ones I'm like, oh, this might be a good way if they like.
Yeah,
now
this thing,
they've got this cool Naru.
Mhm.
Let's see what this newer thing is that they've got. Kind of. Oh yeah, that we know about this one. This is the
Fruit Fight Club.
Yeah. Oh, a couple fruit fighters in there. Yeah, so we got some cool look. I always like to do these. These are great.
It's like
You guys remember that one from Patrick? The
which one?
The one go up a little bit more. For some reason is this an NFT? I forget why he did that, but it might have been like
cool.
I forget, but
I never saw it.
No, I don't think I remember that one.
Oh my god,
we got cool stuff. I don't know if this is officially news, but it's cool. So here we are. That's what we do.
Dead event. We love dead things here in this space.
Yeah, no doubt. Need that. Go ahead.
Dead event level 2 unlocked. Lots of people are leveling up, I guess. The rabbits have unlocked level 2 dead boxes in the ongoing dead event. During level 1, rabbits acquired node keys in over 20 cities worldwide. Brooklyn, Sydney, London, Bangkok, Sao Paulo, and many more. Very fancy. Sign-ups to participate in the Dead Boxes event are open right now on their Discord. No official date announced yet on when the sign-ups will close, but the event starts Tuesday, June 28th. After the sign-up, all participants will be divided into random teams of 5, and each team will be assigned to one of 5 channels for the alien rabbit gods. Instructions and challenges will be distributed within those channels each week. They will include one team-based and one individual challenge each week.
Cool.
That sounds cool. And then it will be on to dead hideouts. And at the end of the 5 weeks, the top 50 scoring participants win a dead box from Dead Rabbit Society. So expect more info about that soon.
More info coming. Nice.
So we got a cool little update from NFT Maker too. So they tweeted out a graphic showing off the total sales of the month of May. And they minted over 90,000 NFTs and paid out a total of 4.8 million ADA over the month, which is kind of crazy.
That's wild. Is that just royalty payouts?
I'm not too sure. I'm assuming it might be probably like purchases. Like if someone purchases an NFT,
so they
I think so.
Earn that ADA. Yeah, because that's a lot for 1 month.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be good. I don't know if we're quite there yet. Yeah. Had a couple big sales out there in the CNFT ecosystem. An original from the Martin the Reunion collection has sold for 100,000 ADA on CNFT.io.
Damn.
That's a hefty sale, even in this market. Yeah, wild stuff. And then another, an offer of 70,000 ADA was accepted on JPEG Store for this Good Charlotte clay.
Damn. Wow. I like those eyes. Yeah. Do y'all remember the highest sale that's ever happened in this community?
I think it was a Space Bud, right? For $1 million.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. Okay.
I forget how much ADA, but
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm just gonna pop up a little.
I think I'm right.
I think you're right. Rarity. I think I remember that.
So this is the second most rare Good Charlotte. That's number 2, following right behind a white-skinned winged
Makes sense.
person.
Makes
All right,
sense.
Brad. Black Owl's got something going on here. Let's see. Season 3 is happening. Season 3, C #1 collection.
Oh, I do like their videos. They have good videos.
Oh yeah, these are always pretty good. So Black Owls released the first trailer for their upcoming Season 3 C #1 collection. The drop is set for Tuesday, June 28th at 2 p.m. UTC for 125 ADA per C1 Black Owl. If you have one of the following roles in their Discord, Pilot Owl, Collector Owl, Party Owl, or Chill Owl, Now, that means basically any holder role. Any of these are holders. And Victory Whitelist means that you are verified and will be able to mint at least one block owl. If you have the Pilot Owl role, which is for 20 or more owls, you'll be whitelisted to mint 4 owls for the new ones. You can check out the full whitelist allocation breakdown, which we have to show you here. So there's some specific details. So the more you have, the more you can mint.
Yeah.
That usually is how it goes. And then meme contests are going to be dropping a bunch of different whitelist things. That's pretty rad. And we also have some sneak peeks to show off of these black owls, these new ones. You still need to whitelist your wallet address.
Cute.
But
gotta love a mushroom head.
You're on it. A Google form will be posted in their Discord for that whitelisting. All right, let's see what else we got here. Enter your Discord ID and the wallet address you'll be minting with, and you are on. Once the Google form's available, it's only going to be available for 20 or 48 hours, and then it's over. So you got to get in there to whitelist. And there they are, looking spooky.
Yeah, looks
I like how tiny it is too on the screen.
I think they look much more textured. I like that. They've got I want to touch the owl's face.
Touch owl. All
right. Super cool. This next story.
Wild.
Get it.
They were actually just talking about it in the Aeon Discord, asking for something like this. And I just sent it once I saw it in the news doc today. But so Hazelnet, so that's what Nils, I believe.
Yeah, Nils.
Okay. So they're working on a Discord bot. Right here, Nils. And it's set to release soon with a new feature that allows you to slide into DMs via ADA handles.
Wow.
So you can check out an example here, I believe.
There you
go. So there's no need to worry about spam. I guess they're working on to make sure it's secure and everything. And if you want, you can turn on or off message pings. So it sounds like you'll just be able to message people by ADA handles, which is crazy.
So you just have to connect your ADA handle to your Discord account, basically, through this.
ADA handles getting more useful.
Yeah, that'll make hunting down
exactly
so much easier.
Exactly. It's good to do.
Badass.
All right, cool. What else we got here? Cardano and Linux. Okay.
Cardano has joined Linux Foundation, a nonprofit organization enabling mass innovation through open source. I'm reading what Will.
So a little editorializing from Will, but here we go.
Yeah, we don't fully understand what that means, but it's going to be great. Well, I know what open source means, but.
Well, Will writes, I have no idea what this means, but it definitely has something to do with open source. All I know is a lot of smart people I respect in Cardano seem to be excited about it, so we're reporting on it.
That's right.
That's our pledge to you. Yeah. We'll report on it, even if we don't understand it.
And we'll start to understand it after we talk about it.
We learn as we report. It's it's a beautiful cycle.
Mm-hmm.
We often do know what we're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Often, I will say.
69% of the time.
All right, let's take a look at this. So the Vassal upgrade has been delayed about a month. Well, isn't that just classic Cardano? Little delay. The IOG engineering team is working to resolve some remaining bugs, none currently ranked as severe. So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Due to this delay, due to these bugs, they agreed not to send the hard fork update to the testnet. The new target date to hard fork the testnet is at the end of June. Once completed, they will then allow 4 weeks for exchanges and SPOs to carry out any required integration and testing work that needs to happen. The mainnet hard fork is now expected to occur during the last week of July.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be the real hard fork. Everything else is just a practice hard fork. Another thing I wanted to say before we move to our guest slot here, a couple things have happened. Binance US has launched zero-fee Bitcoin trading. It's kind of interesting. So there's no fees regardless of the volume that you're doing, maker, taker, whatever. You can just trade back and forth with for free, which is pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we live in Michigan, we can use Binance US. We couldn't do it in Louisiana. It was illegal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. I know I can't use it here. I didn't know you could use it in Spain.
Sell our Doge. We had, randomly some fucking Doge, and it was like $600 worth at some point. I was like, what? Yes, try and sell this.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Damn.
Wrong state.
Wow.
It's sick.
Wrong state.
Another thing, Charles Hoskinson, today, actually, this has happened. He appeared in front of the House of Representatives Committee on Agriculture, Subcommittee on Commodity Exchanges, Energy, and Credit. That's right. So he was there talking to the people who actually get to make some decisions.
I got to watch that ASAP.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that as well. Definitely something to check out. He posted a pic of himself on a plane on the way earlier. Okay, well, that is the last of the news, I think. Is
it time?
Any final piece?
Well, that's the news for now. I know.
They keep making more, don't they?
No, they
Well, we still got like drops. If there's anyone new here, we got drops. We got hot topics.
News.
We got lots of stuff.
That's right. We're going to be going for a while now, people. We got easily an hour and a half left in the show, maybe more.
If anyone's new here, and if you like it, like and subscribe.
That's right. And if you don't like it, just subscribe.
You might start to like it.
Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, it's now time for our special guest, very first special guest. Tyler, I hope your racing fingers are ready because we're bringing out the one, the only, Alessandro. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
So how are you feeling? It's that hour. It's time. It's time for the race, Alessandro. Do you think you're in it to win it?
Are we doing the race first? Or are we?
I think we should probably just chat a little bit.
Yeah, we'll chat.
Coming. We want to make sure it's fresh in everyone's minds.
I'm a bit nervous, but I'm quite excited, and thank you for having me on.
We're so happy to have you on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's like right at about our year anniversary of doing the news too, so it's pretty awesome.
This is funny. How long was Alessandro gone? It's dark now. It's true. It's
been 12 hours.
It just changed.
Let's make it a little bit lighter.
It's probably just getting dark over there. Honestly.
Oh man! So we've wanted to, chat with you for a while. We talked during CNFT Con, which was October, so it's been like half a year now, or a little bit more even.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel like that long
official
ago.
Conversation. So we're really happy to be doing it again. Tyler's been compiling questions, some from the community and some from his twisted mind.
I got some from my twisted mind too.
Yeah, we have some twisted questions, but what do you think? Where do you want to start off here?
Gosh, I don't even know. I think I put too many. We got a lot of questions.
I got one I want to know about.
Okay.
Just let me know.
You want to start, Alyssa?
Yeah, I want to ask you, do you think you'll be, speaking of CNFTCon last year, do you think you'll be going to any of the festivals, summits? And you're going to CNFTCon, right?
Yeah. What kind of festival you mean?
Well, okay, festivals may not be the right word for it, but like Rare Bloom Summit. I guess that's what I'm thinking about, a Rare Bloom Summit, CNFTCon.
So Rare Bloom, I'm likely not going to visit, but I will at CNFTCon. Yeah.
Cool. That's the one we're going to for sure too.
That's the hot one.
Yeah.
Really.
First real year in person.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be there.
Yeah, that will be cool.
That's awesome.
All right. So, Alessandro, I guess for those who don't know who you are, Alessandro has been here since the very, very, very
He's
beginning.
The Godfather.
Like the very first beginning that there ever was, and ushered us as a CNFT community in a way into kind of a modern,
beautiful place we are
system, and set the standard with Space Buds at the very beginning of this whole thing.
I remember when you first showed me Space Buds and said, should I get some of these? And I said, yeah, definitely
They're
get
cute.
two.
Yeah,
definitely get two at least.
We were like, okay, let's do it. And here we are. Yeah, and you've been continuing to release crazy things, Nami Wallet and others. I mean, good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm working right now on a library. Like, this is not something very public to the community because it's very developer heavy, I would say, because it's a library which makes it much easier to make transactions, to interact with Plutos, etc. And
nice.
I built a the smart contract marketplace for spacebuds, and I realized that was difficult, and I have to generalize it when I want to build like more applications, more dApps and stuff like this. I have to like first of all build a common framework where I can then later on scale on much faster and build more stuff much easier. So this is what I'm doing right now, but it's not really like something.
It's not sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like the developers are more hyped about it, I would say.
Is that
Sure, they're very happy about it.
is that Lucid?
Exactly.
Is that the name of it? Okay.
Oh, good name.
David King was actually there's a question from him about it. If you know how many people are using it yet, or are people even using it yet, or
I don't know how many people are using it, but I always look at GitHub, like this repository where you like have the source code, and then you can put some stars on it, like giving a like on Twitter. You just stare it, and it has already 100 stars. It doesn't sound like a lot, but on GitHub, it's not.
People don't
it's a lot.
But
Just developers, developers liking comments, more or less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Developers are a finicky sort of bunch, I think.
They get it, and then they do what they got to do. Yeah. That's right.
All right, man.
So we got like a bunch of technical questions. I hope we don't get too technical.
It'll be a good balance. We're gonna race in a freaking game. We can have some.
We got plenty of
nonsense.
It'll work out. Yeah.
So I mean, some of these are questions that I've just like had over the past year. I guess we'll start off with some Nami questions. When mobile? No, I'm just kidding. Well, that is a question. But, just kidding.
So regarding Nami, it's like Nami just exploded so much, and I didn't expect it at all. And I built this wallet just to have something, so you can just interact with some dApps I built, because there was zero infrastructure to do that. And I, of course, didn't expect it to grow that big. But on the other hand, like it serves around 300,000 users, and you can't just say, okay, I just throw it away. And of course, I do not want to do it, but I just can't maintain it really right now, because it's a lot. And so right now, I have to first of all like find a way to grow Nami sustainable, so that more people can use it. I can expand it to more platforms. But before I don't have anything for that, I can't think about mobile and other things.
That's true.
But
Right.
I'm probably gonna do it, and I am already talking to some people in the community who can help me, also from a business perspective, because Nami like gives me zero. It's just an open source tool.
Yeah.
And of course, I have my pool in there, but come on, it's not really like I would have my pool anyway. And of course, it gives a little bit of delegations, but it's not a lot, and it's hard to maintain a wallet with 300,000 users.
Definitely.
Where did you come up with the name Nami?
Yeah, Nami, that's a good question.
What question?
Where did you come up with the name Nami? It's catchy.
I don't know.
Is it
I want to have some name that is from a foreign language.
Yeah, sounds good.
Nami is Japanese, but it is also a word in a different language. I don't know, and means like in Japanese it means wave, and someone told me in another language, I don't remember it anymore. It means something like nice and cool and beautiful, something like this, and it's kind of fitting. And but
totally,
I don't know how I came up with Nami, but I was like, well, it's very short. It's easy to remember.
Yeah, short. I like how it's short for sure.
And it ends with an I. Uroi was out there already, and that was like
they flow together.
So it just felt, feels
nice
like a wallet
way.
name.
I like that, nice way, because we're trying to do things the nice way.
And I always look for names that are not like include the the subject itself, and also not like Cardano. I really don't like it if you brand your product like this. I want to have it like outstanding and its own thing, and just should not refer to what it actually is or what it's built on top of. So I always look for names like this.
Yeah. Feel that.
This next question I have actually is a pretty technical, might be a pretty technical one. But as far as I know, Nami is the only wallet that is a single address wallet, I think. Is there a reason for that? Or I've just always been curious about that.
Yeah.
Yes. So we should ask ourselves the question, like, why do we even have multiple addresses in first place? And initially, the reason for that was privacy. So whenever you make a transaction, you receive something, you generate a new address. And this worked until Cardano introduced staking. So each of your addresses in your wallet is tied to the same stake key. Right. And so if someone knows one of your addresses, he also knows all the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
So it's completely useless. And that's it's useless, but it also adds unnecessary complexity because people don't understand in first place why do we have multiple addresses? It doesn't feel natural. I just want to have like my bank account, one thing, one address. And for dApps, it's also much easier. You just connect and then you see, okay, I'm connected with this wallet with this address. And for proving ownership, it's also much easier because imagine you have a wallet with multiple addresses, and then you want to prove that you own a certain token, and then you have to give your signature for essentially a multi-address wallet consists of multiple private keys. It all happens in the back, but it's not like what your one wallet has actually multiple private keys. So when you want to prove ownership for one of these addresses, because the token is on there, you have to give a signature with that private key. But then when you make a transaction, it could happen that these assets move to another address, and then suddenly it seems like you're not the owner anymore because it sits at another address. And when you generate new addresses, you can't in front make signatures for all the addresses you have because you don't know them, because you have an infinite amount of addresses.
Yeah.
And so with Nami, when you have one address, you always send from the same address to the same address. So you still
I recognize my Nami address.
Yeah, same here.
I recognize at least the last few characters. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the right one.
Yeah. And also from a developer perspective, it's much easier. And from a fetching these information from the chain, it's much easier because I just have to query from one address and not from 100 addresses.
Why do you imagine they did that? Why do other wallets work that way? Is that a Cardano choice? What do you think that choice was made?
I think the concept was copied from Bitcoin, actually, because Bitcoin also uses the UTXO model, and they had this standard to generate new addresses all the time, and I think they kind of just adopted it.
That makes sense.
Imagine if we had a bunch of CNFT news link, for YouTube. That would be really confusing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now,
to know.
I'm realizing that we actually, I don't know how long this race is going to take. Maybe we should do it.
We should show that.
But I wanted to show you some of these Springboard pieces as well, because these are created as part of the Springboard collection. They are Spacebud tribute pieces. So there's 3 of them here as part of the tribute. And we got this one from Ydash. We got, here we go, from Morgs.
Love to see a live action Spacebud.
In the back. Terrifying. And then K-Fez. Oh man, this one's ridiculous. But then K-Fez. Very K-Fez.
Awesome.
So these are being sold in all, and then
It's like Lisa Frank Space Buds, you know, it's like amazing.
And a fun fact here, 100% of the royalties, I think it's 5%, for all these pieces are getting paid to the Space Buds community wallet.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know. Pretty cool.
Yeah, Soup and Sando asked me to pass that along, so I was very happy to. Very cool. These are minting now. They're also our sponsor today, so.
That's really cool.
All right, cool. So let's do a race. Jacket is out there chanting, so I think it's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had something nice to say here. He says it's difficult to fathom how important Alessandro has been to the Cardano community. He says, thank you for your contributions to the space.
True.
Thank you.
Heartwarming.
All right, Tyler.
We're so loving in this community.
It's true. Yeah, we're pretty nice. Except for Mr. Pistachio.
Yeah, well, he's not part of it.
So, Tyler, I'm going to turn the proceedings over to you, I think.
Yeah, let me get it up, and then I think I could send you the link or the code on Twitter.
Yeah, you actually have to invite me because it doesn't work if I want to create a lobby. It only works if I join. So I don't know. My Mac is somehow making trouble with this one.
Okay.
Everybody crack your knuckles.
I'm nervous.
We know y'all are both nervous. You're going to do great. Even if you lose, you're not a failure.
Yeah, that's right.
So I can send you the code, Alessandro, or I don't know if I can find it.
If you let me win, I tell you something about the game. You don't win.
Wait, you know stuff I don't know.
It's already in competition mode.
Oh my god.
I have to get into his mindset. I have to weaken him.
I'm nervous. I haven't been able to play too much, so.
Well, that's good. That's fair.
Yeah,
it'll be a fair competition.
Sometimes if you play too much, you'll psych yourself out. Sometimes you just gotta be in the moment. Let it
just know
be what it is.
If you flip, it's death. So that's my strategy. I just don't want to flip.
Go a little slower and to flip, I think is probably a smart way to go. So Will says we need an epic intro to the race. I could do some sort of announcer. Horn we can blow.
Do the war horn.
We have some options, and it's Danny. Sorry, this is a 2-person race. We
could do another one at the end of the show.
Yeah, maybe we could do one later. But for now,
we can do one with everyone at the end. Yeah.
All right. Well, while we get this set up, why don't we toss another question out there, picked at randomly from this list? Actually, this is a good one. Did you have another?
There was one that I think would be cool to ask.
Better than random.
Where the heck did it go? Okay, so it might be a little general, but
So how often did you play, Tyler?
This game?
Yeah.
How many hours?
Just like
So not.
Mostly this morning. Honestly, I played a little bit on Tuesday, and then mostly.
I haven't played it all today. I have played it once, honestly, just to test if it works on my Mac.
So I haven't played too much though. It was literally just like the other day. So.
Tyler's a very good procrastinator, so I believe it.
I just need to find good excuses in case.
Tyler's on a
Get him out before him.
Tyler, you gotta make it a good race. If you get way up ahead,
I don't think that's gonna happen. Like I said, I've been nervous this whole time. Let me throw it up on screen. I still want to do it right away because the.
So we just go. Okay, we just.
Oh shit! It's starting.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, maybe 2 out of 3.
Creators race.
Sorry, this is way too bad.
Here we go. Go.
Why is it going? Oh, okay.
Ooh, a slow start with both faces.
And a flip
as well.
All right.
Oh, we can't even see where Alessandro is.
Oh,
he's so far. How he flips. With spaces takes a quick shortcut. He says, "Screw this track. I'm cutting." Yeah, who needs to ride on the track? Am I right? Just.
Oh my god!
Here we go. The creators race. The wager. Assigned Astrobon or Bugs One with spaces first NFT. There are 3 laps. This is lap
Alessandro,
2.
come on. You're right there.
Alessandro right behind with spaces. With spaces taking it slow, terrified of something, but that terror has allowed Alessandro to pull ahead of him just barely. Alessandro swerving like a maniac, getting in front of with spaces, preventing him from catching up.
He does
With
not
spaces,
want to
Spaces overtakes him, and he there's a massive pile up.
The graduate versus the cowboy.
Ooh, Alessandro spawns further ahead. Ooh,
shit.
we are in the final lap.
Oh
Who's
my
going to
God.
get across that finish line? This is for all the marbles.
It's for all the work.
Oh, with spaces.
Oh no!
Don't get too excited. Slow and steady wins
Slow
the
and
race,
steady,
unless you're too slow, in which case you'll lose the race. So consider that.
Yeah, I got
Oh man, I think it's all over.
Yeah,
I think it's
maybe
all
so.
over. Alessandro has pulled out ahead.
Woo, let's
And it's
go!
over.
Oh my God. Maybe Alessandro will still sign it. Maybe
Oh, and I had a best. My best lap was under 30 seconds, so I get.
Was it really?
Oh,
No
you get
way.
to mint it
Are you
too.
serious?
Damn. Nicely
to
done.
mint what?
He gets to mint the victory NFT because
Oh.
he had a really good lap.
Well, that was really good, though. That was amazing, and I felt on the edge of my seat for most of it.
Congratulations. Sorry,
good
Tyler, but you had a valiant effort.
And we got to show, Alessandro be a winner. So
Yeah, it's important for our guests to win, I think, on our show.
yeah.
Honestly, it was worth the race itself. That was a lot of fun, honestly. Thank you for doing that, Alessandro.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Good business
And
decision.
So when I said before something about the game,
Mhm.
I didn't lie. Do you want to know it? I
Yeah.
tell it anyway.
Yeah.
I think some people know it, like heard some rumors about it, but I just leak it now. It's my brother who built this game.
No way, really?
Game?
Yes.
Damn, son, we love this.
What? We played all the
We saw
time.
it. We were like, this is it. This is
Yeah, we played all the time.
NFT gaming. It's here.
It's the one where you can be the NFT that
Yeah.
you bought.
We played it a bunch of times on the news. That's really cool.
Tell
man.
your brother he's amazing.
Congratulations
And
to
I tell him.
creating an amazing.
Yeah, and he basically like learned Unity from scratch, and he was like, I just want to build a game. Then
He did
Yes. I love that cabin that you sit on on the load
it's
screen.
really
Like
nice.
it's just like really
Music too.
amazing.
I love
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so cool. That's the coolest thing out of this whole.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's the coolest part.
You still win, Tyler. You got
Yeah,
the
it
scoop.
feels
You
like a
did your
victory.
news duty. You got the scoop at the end of the
Scooped it
day.
up. Yeah, and we have time for more questions. That didn't even take any time at all.
Hell yeah.
That's perfect. That's good. Now, this is a question that's kind of general, but I've always been curious. Why does ADA need to be locked with NFTs? I understand that you need a little bit to be able to like send it, but it seems like you need more ADA locked than you need to send. What's the deal? What's going on?
It basically helps to like prevent to like spam the network. So if you're able to like mint random tokens and you can just send them around, you just increase the size of the blockchain. And if they are pretty much for free, then it gets pretty bad quickly.
How
So
much?
you need to have some
Heard
kind of I'm not sure of collateral or like some kind of value that exists. Like ADA is value that is tied to the blockchain, and it will always have value. And so you need to make sure that the space of the blockchain stays as low as possible.
So that's like a parameter that could be changed to
It
like,
can
so
be
like
changed,
if
yeah.
ADA goes higher.
Yeah.
All right, that's really interesting. Now that you said collateral, why do you need collateral?
Another good question.
So collateral is needed to basically prevent bad actors from also spamming the network, because whenever you make a Plutus script interaction, this Plutus script is it requires some kind of computation, because you have to check if it evaluates to true or false, and the Pluto script can be pretty large. It can be any kind of logic inside of it, and you don't know ahead of, well, you can compute like off-chain if it goes through or not, but still you can like deploy an invalid script if you want to. And it is not like necessarily validated by all stake pool operators, but only the one who is actually making the block. So if he then makes a block, it makes all the computation and then sees, hey, the script failed, and then you can't just like reject the transaction because he like put up resources, and then you have to like cover the fees for it. This is like where you have to put up collateral. That makes a lot of sense. It's the cool thing about collateral, like what's coming now with the Wasl hard fork is that we kind of like can forget this whole collateral thing from the user side. It's like all happening in the back, so you don't need to set it anymore and stuff like this. And I'm working on this as well.
That's cool. Y'all are doing some wizardry behind the scenes that we don't even see until something's magically new.
Yeah, it's really annoying, honestly. This collateral thing is like you just you come to Cardano and you're like, I set up my wallet, I want to interact with marketplace or whatever. And you're like,
has to tell you these steps. Yeah, I mean, I do them because you got to do them, but it's good to hear some more explanation.
Definitely.
Absolutely. That's very cool. A question from Woodlords in the audience
shout
here.
Out Woodlords.
Yeah, big shout out Woodlords. Do you see a future where we can use NFTs to vote for Catalyst proposals instead of ADA?
Maybe. Could be possible. Wow. But that's like far into the future.
Yeah, I see that.
We first of all have to like get governance right in the first place, and then we can think about adding different like resources to the voting process.
Yeah, I think Charles might have asked that question recently, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
That's something that's going around. Yeah, it's good to get some varying opinions on that. That's cool. Mm-hmm. It seems like we have to work out governance. Like, I mean, fully Voltaire, like done and good. Kind of, it's going to be a little bit. We'll get there. It's coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Right, we got other questions, but I feel like the other question, like some of these might be long explanations.
Well, actually,
I know there's some year-bit ones.
Actually, cut the hot topic section for today, so we can have a little bit more time.
I want to know if Alessandro, from when you started this, when you made Space Buds, when you made Berries, what do you think? I know it's hard to like have an expectation for where we're going to be like in a over a year from then, but do you feel like it's gone faster or slower than you thought it would overall?
I think maybe to add to that too, another question we have here is, did you expect what you did for those to like become sort of the standard in a way, at least in the beginning?
Yeah.
And so quickly too, because I mean, right after Space Buds, you had Cardano bits, and then it blew up from there.
Not really, but of course, like, I mean, it's not like I didn't try to create a standard. I was working on it, but I worked on it because I wanted to launch my project, Space Buds. Mm-hmm. But I didn't expect it to like be the standard.
Right.
Back then I was like, oh my god, if people actually like adopt it, and then this is the thing I created, that would be pretty cool. And it actually happened. So I didn't expect it, definitely not, and not that quickly. But I feel like we moved. I think we could move a little bit faster, maybe. But right now, I think we're like, if we take the whole ecosystem, not just NFTs, we're moving pretty fast. There's a lot of things going on right now. And I think a couple of months ago, or maybe to the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, I didn't see a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I think it just started then again in February and March, with the DEXs that were coming out.
Totally.
But I think actually we could see more stuff. In the NFT space. But I know what the problem is actually, and the problem is that we do not have the right tooling in the libraries. And I realized that because I'm also slowing down a lot because it's so painful to do anything, and that's why I'm like building Lucid now, for instance, just to have this common like framework where I can just build on top of and don't have to think about all this complexity. And imagine now with all the changes in Vasil with this reference inputs and whatever, this is another complex stuff you have to think about, but it really is easy to work with in Lucid. So you can just like think about your application without having to think about too much about the underlying infrastructure. And I think if we have more of this kind of stuff to make things easier, we can accelerate things much faster, create more user-friendly interfaces and stuff like this. So I'm working myself up there now. Last year was all about like proving concepts and trying things out until I realized, well, I maybe have to slow down a bit now and build things more properly because it pays off later on.
And growing a team, perhaps?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely heard, that's what I heard Andrew from Crypto Nitties saying with gaming, just like there's no library, there's no common places for us all to share and look at. So I do think it's been too fast paced for a while for that stuff to happen. But I think a lot of people are kind of getting into the mode of like, let's like make it more efficient now. So hopefully that's happening. Glad you're doing it.
Definitely.
Yeah, but regarding like growing a team, I mean, right now I'm more like I'm trying to like leverage the concept of open source and try to get open source contributions and stuff like this. And of course, I needed a team at one point, but it's not like I'm working completely alone. I have people, but maybe not enough like developers. But I feel much more productive right now. Well, I feel very productive. It's not like I'm exhausted at this point, but what I can do when I work like pretty much on my own is that I can really like explore these things and learn about. Because I mean, I didn't know much about programming a few years ago, and I still try to like learn more about Cardano. I really try to learn about technology so I know how these things truly work. And you can't do that when you have to like make sure you have funding to pay your developers and stuff like this. And this is stuff I can always do. But if you right now I want to really gain knowledge and build things and try out crazy things.
You're exploring like a space bud.
Yeah. And, it's not like there's not a community behind space buds. I have some plans.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah.
We like to hear that.
Wow. That's really wild. You've got a lot going on, man. And it's always very exciting to hear more and more about it. And to hear what your family's doing now. Your brother's out there stuff like, damn.
Make sure y'all take a vacation together sometime.
It's the Ailes family, born knowing Plutus.
Yeah. That's real. That's real. The connections were in there waiting to be soaked like a sponge.
Well, we always love to have you here. I mean, it's few and far between, but we're looking forward to seeing you at CNFT Con as well.
Yeah, that's going to be twice in a year.
That's right. So we'll at least have seen you twice in a year, one time in person. Imagine that.
That's going to be crazy.
We're really
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, is there is there like a Space Buds presence at CNFT Con, or are you going to be going just kind of as an individual? What's the story?
I mean, there will
be. Well,
yeah, I did see some.
Well, maybe we are gonna like set something up there. It's just that I'm too busy to like build right now these booths. But it's also something the community could work on. I mean, we have like a community wallet, and we could fund things. It's not like we cannot, but
oh yeah, with those springboard funds.
Yeah,
that's right. All those royalties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I thought about it, and maybe we will set up something.
And I can guarantee we're going to see people in Space Bud costumes.
Yeah,
and
that would be cool. Honestly, yeah.
Tattoos.
I hope so.
I can't wait.
What if we could have a tattoo contest? Also,
Yeah.
the best. Because we're the news. We're kind of deep into CNFT Con. We're going to be hosting a costume contest there for both regular cosplay and CNFT cosplay. And a tattoo contest could be cool too. Of course, I don't know if that's. Have you seen any Space Bud tattoos out there?
I have. I've seen a lot of them.
You've seen them,
A lot? I think I've seen only one.
Well, maybe we need a new Twitter thread, and we'll see.
So I thought there were a lot more.
Yeah, we'll see if we can rustle some up. Sure, they're out there.
I used to get my Aeon tattoo before that.
That's right. Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh man! All right. Well, we are coming right to the end of the segment here. Any final thoughts here before we close out?
Any wisdom to the community?
Yeah. Ill's thought of the day.
Any wisdom? Just I don't know. Just take things slow. Just
how did you win?
Things are coming, and I'm definitely working on a lot of things. Maybe I'm not very like vocal and about these things, but when I'm ready with the things that I will let you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then they become really successful and popular.
And part of our lives, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They tend to. Okay,
that's the trend. That's been the trend.
Yeah, we'll see. But really excited to follow along with your continuing journey here in CNFT and helping at seeing you push things forward in new directions all the time. So
you guys are both winners.
That's right. Oh yeah, except for Tyler. Lost.
Hey, Alessandro's gonna have one of my NFTs now. I take that as a win.
Hey, that's a win.
Yeah.
That's a win. I like that.
I'll let you know my address.
Definitely, yeah. I'll message you on Twitter, or you can.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, let's thank you, audience. Okay, they're politely saying it's time to go to the next thing. Great. Well, we'll catch you in the future, hopefully on another episode of the news, but certainly at CNFT Con.
Yeah, of course. Looking forward to it, and thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Until
Have a
next
great
time.
one.
All right.
That was so fun.
Sorry, Tyler. You choked at the end there, I guess. I don't know.
You're doing real.
I had a couple flips. That was a crazy race, though. He went like flying at one point. And had like
amazing.
I know.
That crash pivotal moment. It respawned him
A little
on
further
the
ahead.
track, further ahead.
Yeah.
You didn't get respawned because you didn't flip.
Yeah,
You turned around. He
Should've
flipped.
That was
the
my
trick.
problem. I was trying not to flip. I should have flipped.
Yep.
No, that was
We're learning. Also, I mean, his brother made it, so clearly there's some
Yeah,
nepotistic
there's magic
advantage
in the
going on.
game.
You know, it's funny.
Boost. He probably got a boost.
I messaged the account for that on Twitter before, like just to let them know that we were doing it. And they were like, oh, let me know if either of you guys find like any bugs or anything, like he's not his brother or whatever. You know what I mean? But,
That guy.
yeah. But yeah, no, that was so cool. And that was probably the craziest part, finding that out, I think. But,
Yeah. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about that.
I feel like really rewarded. I feel like I've been on this mysterious journey, and now I know the truth.
So those of you who made this journey with us, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you liked it and want more, because we do this all the time, twice a week. Yeah. So we're really
for a long time.
Exactly. We've been doing it for almost a year. Our 1 year anniversary is coming up. We got a big special episode,
Very
potentially
important.
a full week of, a couple different episodes that week of really cool stuff. We're going to have like skits, and there's going
Game
to be
show, fashion
giveaways.
show.
There's going to be retrospectives. There's going to be a bunch of clips from the community.
Road to
and
CNFT Con.
Maybe even Patrick Tobler. Maybe.
Within a cameo.
Might have a cameo. Maybe.
Because there are going to be some silly awards.
Yeah. And he did the first awards show. So,
Yeah.
you know. So we're about to bring on CNFT. Well, we're about to bring on Peppers. Crypto. Wait, Cypherkicks. And I'm trying to remember all the words.
Cypher and
but
crypto
before we do,
go hand in hand.
take a quick look here at our Stella card.
Yeah, huge one-year party.
So-
Sean, you're invited. You're one of the guests of honor.
Current top bid is 30 from Timothy Grigsby. My God.
Whoa.
Oh
Marcia
my
Short has
God.
bid 50. Wow. All right.
Hell's Angel.
You know, it's the wings.
Space Bud Show. And
Stella
it's that
NFTs
poster, baby.
Give you
I would pay
wings.
58 for that poster.
Yeah, that poster's pretty hot
Mhm.
too. So if you're into this, remember this is the only Stella card with wings, and you DJs love that shit.
There is one
Oh,
other one.
there's another one?
Yeah, yeah.
This is one of the only Stella cards with wings.
But it's like heaven and hell meeting. You know, when is that going to happen?
Right, exactly.
And these wings are going to be rare. There's only going to be,
Yeah.
you know, maybe 3 ever.
Only every so often. We're not going to stick to 3 ever. Maybe we're just maybe. Yeah. we'll
These
see.
wings, I might retire them after 3. You know.
That's true. I wore these for Halloween once. I was like a skeleton.
Yeah, you had long
was
white
like a
hair.
dead
You had
angel.
long white hair.
Yeah.
You looked like a dead hippie angel.
I gave a tour dressed like that.
Yeah,
it was
you did.
wild.
Yeah.
Good time.
I was a zombie.
All right. Well, it's time. We're not doing hot topics today because
We
the,
did it
the
at the
hottest
news
topics
anyway.
are our guests.
I mean, we did it at the Twitter
Really,
space.
yeah.
So we're gonna bring
Are you
on.
going ready? Oh, hell yeah.
Let's go, Pepper.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it. Well, we should see if the audience wants to hear anything
Yeah.
from Peppers. What do you say, audience? That's right. You're ready to hear it. I see. All right. Let's do this thing. Special guest, go.
Hey guys, what's up?
Ladies love peppers.
Yeah, you know.
We're here.
All right. What's up, my friend? Thank you for joining us.
We're so glad to
course.
finally see you.
Yeah.
Of course, likewise.
And as
First
we were
time
saying,
Yeah.
we've got a booth right next to you at CNFT Con.
Mhm.
We're right there. We're going to be high-fiving.
Yeah,
Stop. I mean, CNFT Con is mostly about the high fives, right? That's why we're all going. So
99%. Yeah,
99.
99%.
I am definitely going to get. I need these Cypherkicks socks that have the bone, and I
Yeah,
think
those are
that is an accessory that should be worn by many people at
Yeah.
CNFT Con because what are the other competing socks, and what else is going to make you look like CNFT wise? You know.
Yeah, there's projects about bots. There's projects about hens. There's projects about animals. I haven't seen any projects about socks. So we
That's
definitely
right.
have the upper hand there.
cornered it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a niche.
And
you
it's going to
got.
go with any outfit to have your
Yeah.
bones sticking out of your foot.
And
It's
socks
just
are cool.
gonna.
Custom
Yeah.
socks. That's cool.
I know, exactly.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Okay, so we got to shout you out for
Oh my
this. Peppers
God.
has just
Oh my
come into
God,
our Discord
Peppers.
and blown it up.
Oh, wow.
The bid has increased. You got them wings, huh?
Yeah, let's see if the previous bidder can match it.
He's spicy. He wants that devilish fill.
Uh-huh.
I'm a sucker
It's
for
just
auctions. I see an auction, I have to participate. I don't know why.
I mean,
I
you
feel that.
you know, you're on the
You're on the card.
card,
You're
so-
on the NFT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So let's talk about
Okay.
Cypherkicks.
Yeah.
We like to get people to like discuss, give a little layman's intro
Yeah,
to
for
people
who may
that
not
don't know
familiar.
that much or whatever.
Yeah, of course. So the project started back in August, I believe,
Right.
of last year. So pretty early on. Back then, not that many NFT projects on Cardano. So I started minting basically by hand. Like on Token, they had like a minting platform. And I was like, I have these artworks from like a few years ago because I'm a sneakerhead. I love sneakers. So I was like, I have these cool artworks. Yeah. And I was like, everything I see in NFTs, Ethereum, and Cardano is like animals or something like related to animals. Let's try to do something for people like me who might not be that much into animals. and I like more like stuff related to sneakers. So I created Cypherkicks with some artwork that I had from years past, and I minted some. I think it was like about 50 the first batch that I did, and I just went to the Hoskinson's Discord server. They were one of the biggest OGs in the space, and I asked them, hey guys, can I do some auctions? And they were like, sure, let's do it. So we auctioned the first one, and it sold for like 500, 600 ADA, which back then was like over $1,000. It was a lot of money. I was like,
I was really nice pair of sneakers back then.
Blown away, yeah. And they had like 40 people bidding like up to that point. So it was like crazy. So a lot of people started to like DM me, and they were like, hey, are this like a small collection, or are you doing like a big collection? I was like, oh no, you tell me. Should I do? What should I do, right? Yeah, what should I do? So we did like a few auctions for those, and a lot of people kept DMing me like, open a Discord, open a Discord, open a Discord. I was like, why would I need to open a Discord, right? Now the Discord has like over 1,000 members, and it's just like insane. So the growth has been crazy. But yeah, the whole idea is a sneaker collection for sneakerheads, people who like to buy sneakers from brands like Nike, Yeezy, Jordans, things like that. And the whole idea is for them to feel like they have something compatible to their hobby, basically. Which
I love that.
Most people in the community is basically collecting sneakers, even if they don't wear them, they just collect them, like historical pieces and things like that. So the more we grew, the more the community started to ask things from me as a developer and a founder for the project. And one of the things was always when roadmap, right? They always ask.
I do want that.
That's a tradition.
Yeah, it's a tradition. Yeah. So it started like very early on for my community. So one of the things that we came up with was, let's try to bring the real world to NFTs and the other way around as well. So one of the first things that we're doing is partnering with sneaker stores, like brick and mortar stores, like real stores in different cities. And people who own Cypherkicks, they can go to these stores and basically get discounts and special access to some drops from those sneaker stores. So that's one of the really cool things that we are doing. We already announced our first partnership in a store in Orlando, Florida. We are in discussions with other stores right now. Believe me, it's not that easy to approach someone who doesn't know.
We've done that. It's very hard.
It is very difficult. A lot of people are like,
especially with NFTs, it's like,
it's bad enough just trying to get a product or something in there, but
they don't know what NFTs are. Then you have to say, oh, it's a crypto product. Many of them are like, oh, like Dogecoin. Not quite.
Exactly.
It's a little bit different, brother.
Maybe a little bit.
There's a lot of layers of skepticism that get added to it.
100%. And with the store in Orlando, it was basically like showing them the size of our community. So, hey, partnering with us will bring you customers. So that's the number one step. And then you start to show them the art. They dig it because, they're sneakerheads. So they see the art and they like it. They love it. They see the socks and they
want it to be represented.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole idea is always like, there's this NFT space, which is basically an art space in blockchain technology. And there's a lot of different companies working in this. And now it's getting easier because Nike is involved in the NFT space.
Yeah.
Right?
They're like our leader. One of our leaders is
Icebreaker.
Yeah.
100%. Adidas is also involved in the NFT space with the CryptoPunks with the Bored Apes and everything. So it's getting easier to approach them, and people are like starting to learn more about NFTs, especially when you tell them like, oh, you see this NFT of the Nike, like we did a take on the Sean Waterspoons, which is a very special and well-known sneakers in the sneaker community, basically. And they sell usually for around $2,000 to $4,000. I think the most expensive Cypherkicks based on those that sold was for about $8,000 last year.
Yeah.
And when you show them that, they're like, oh, so they're more expensive than the real ones. Yeah, they are more expensive than the real ones.
That's right, I guess.
So in many cases, people, so these stores really like that. But we are moving like way beyond that as well. Like one of the things that we want to do is bring those sneaker stores into Cardano. A lot of people, and like for example, Alessandro has done amazing things, and I personally couldn't be more happy about what he's done. He's changed my life and what I do. I'm an engineer, but now I'm working in this, right? and it all started with Spacebots and with what he's done, so far. However, his work is mostly focused on onboarding developers, helping them to do things in a better way, more efficient way. The way I see my the things that I do for Cardano is onboarding people who might not be very well, they might not be knowledgeable in this space, in the NFT space. So by going to, for example, sneaker conventions, going to sneaker stores, talking to people in that environment, I'm able to onboard a lot of new people that otherwise wouldn't be joining the space, because they see something that is relatable to them, something that they actually like. Oh,
And
I
they're
see, like, for example, these ones. Yeah,
They're already collectors by nature to some extent, so it's like even a good fit.
exactly. And it's very similar. Like when you're going to buy, like, for example, those that you're showing, when you're going to buy sneakers similar to those ones, what Nike is going to do is they have sneakers app. For those who don't know or don't follow sneakers too much, they have like a sneakers app, and they literally have drops. You have to do a queue, and you have to wait, and you have to click the button like as soon as you can, and then the Nike app will like choose a random number of people, and they will assign you like the sneakers, and then you have to pay, and then you have to wait. It's the same exact process than buying NFTs, so it's extremely similar, right? So what we did was basically try to replicate that style of drop for Cypherkicks. In fact, season 3, which is we worked with Buffybot for that one. We actually did a queue. People had to queue in order to mint, and that's how it worked.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's basically trying to find a way to onboard people from that environment into the NFT space, specifically into Cardano, which it's my blockchain of preference. But we're gonna do a lot of more things. Like we are working with a couple of metaverse projects, very well-known ones, very successful ones, still with NDA. We cannot say who they are. But for example, imagine you go into Cornucopias or Pavia, just to give you a few examples. No, I'm not saying that it's those, right? But you go in there and you have, like for example, and you go and you have your character, right? Like your average character in the metaverse that they designed, right? Well, you're gonna be walking around with like a cream t-shirt and a pair of blue jeans, but a lot of people they want to customize their NFTs. Now, who's the only sneakers project in Web3 in Cardano? It's us. So what we'll be doing is working with them to I think you showed in the main page, like the 3D kicks.
These are
amazing. They're so detailed. They're beautiful. People will be able to basically wear their Cypherkicks in this metaverse project.
Oh my god! And can you imagine just like all the shoes with like
exactly
on them and just like all the characters on them? Oh my god!
Exactly. So that's the cool thing, that we don't have to actually like do render like whole characters, or the faces and the moods and all those things are very complicated. Like the only project I've seen do something similar is Clay Nation so far, but Clay Nation is doing it for the Clayverse. What we're trying to do is make this for every single metaverse on Cardano. So when you own a pair of Cypherkicks, you will be able to go into the metaverse and add them to your character, basically. The cool thing is that there's only 5,000 Cypherkicks in existence. That's it. And we cap them at 5,000. So people who want to buy them for their characters in their favorite metaverse project, to look better, to look cool, to have some cool sneakers, they will have to buy them from the Cypherkicks community, not from me or from the metaverse projects. So that's basically how it will work in metaverse and Web3.
Yeah. So these 3D ones we're seeing now are renders of existing Cypherkick models.
Correct. Yeah,
like
correct.
The 2D ones. And then
exactly.
By owning a 2D, you're entitled to the 3D version, or is there something else?
No, this is something different that we did basically to prove that we are able to do it. Basically, it's something that I always try to do. Yeah, so it's basically something that we try to do. For example, one of the really cool things that we did for Cypherkicks holders is we created a brand new collection called High Beast, and we gave 5,000 unique new NFTs to each holder for each Cypherkicks they owned. And the cool thing about the Hypebeast project is that it allows people to customize the Hypebeast on demand. So you go into the Hypebeast website, which is Hypebeast with an S at the end .shop, and you go to the customization website. I can actually send you the link if you want.
I just got it.
Awesome. Yeah, if you go to the customization tab on top, then you can see, for example, we have the Mokosi trace, which we did in collaboration with Mokosi project. Yeah, and you can customize your high beast by just clicking on.
I remember seeing this. Yeah.
And this is with Crypto Heap's ADA Army project. We also did it with Dead Pixels, for example, the previous project that we did it with, and they sold out really quickly.
That's the first time
with
I
these
really
ones,
heard y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, you click on. Yeah, there you go.
So,
and there you have
right
some
there.
high beast. Yeah, and you
That
can
was a long
just
time
buy
ago,
as you
wasn't
like.
it?
This was a few. This collection was like 2 week, no, like a month and a half ago or so.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I mean with Pixels when you.
Oh, the collaboration with Pixels.
That
was a while ago. That was, I believe, before October. Yeah, definitely before October. I think it was like September.
Yeah, cool. I thought.
You feel free to showing JPEGs
Yeah.
the Dead Pixels Cypherkicks because they're really cool.
They are.
If you type Dead Pixels, you'll see it like second. We're the only project that has collaborations with Dead Pixels actually for a drop. The funny thing is that because of that, because JPEG Store doesn't allow you to see like the whole thing because it's an interactive NFT. So you click on it and it jumps, and if you double click on it, it shows the number of the NFT and everything. Is something really cool that we work with them, and we're very happy about that collection. Yeah, they're very dope.
You enticed us.
Well, we just bought them. 1, 2, 4. That's ours now. Pending.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're very cool. And actually, I think the Dead Pixels community has like a tool that they use for the regular pixels, but you can use it for the Pixel shoes, the Pixel kicks as well.
Yeah,
so you can have them as a background on your computer, and when you click on the background, they jump.
Can you imagine wearing those shoes? They would be so cool.
Yeah.
They're dope, right?
You're turning me into a sneakerhead looking at all these amazing shoes.
Stay tuned into Cypherkicks because we'll be doing some really cool stuff in this year that will be related to that.
Right.
I believe it.
Yeah. Shoes are cool. Yeah, but we've been around for a long time, guys. So we've done a lot of crazy things and a lot of really cool things for the community. The High Beast collection, we released it for 100% for free for our holders. And it has over 100,000 ADA in trading volume, in around a month. So that's just one more way of giving value back to the holders for, trusting the project, believing in what we're trying to build. But of course, all of these things take time. Just a big example is in the metaverse area with Pavia, with Chronocopias, with projects like that, there's still not a standard for assets for these projects, right? Actually, I think Adobe and a bunch of companies, including Microsoft, there was some news that they're creating a really cool standard for metaverse projects. So if that's the way these projects go, that would make everything easier for us. We did, for example, the Cypherkicks in 3D. We do them with Blender. That's usually the standard for metaverse assets in Ethereum. That's why we chose it, because we always have like the idea of bringing these Cypherkicks in 3D to metaverse projects on Cardano. That's one of our long-term goals for sure. But it takes time, right? Because it's not dependent on us. It's dependent on these projects starting to allow those things to happen.
100%. That's going to be something we're all exploring together, and we certainly can't be. We can be thinking about it, but we can't all be creating it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. One of the things that we want to do for some of these metaverses is like have a store where you can just go and it will be like a marketplace where people can just like sell and buy their Cypherkicks. So it will be like a big sneaker store where you can go, you can try them on, things like that. Is definitely in the long-term
try them on. It's amazing that you are connecting this with real stores. Like, I can't even imagine having one of my NFTs give me a coupon.
IRL.
I don't have to carry a coupon. I just pull out Pool PM and be like,
I've always got that.
My 10% or whatever.
Yeah, and it's really cool because one of the really interesting things is that this is an area that hasn't been explored really, and I think we're basically the first ones to do this because not even Nike is offering people discounts for holding Nike NFTs. But say you are a business person doing and you have stores in, for example, Colombia or Europe or Asia, and you have a sneaker store or a bunch of sneaker stores, right? These people usually come to the US and they go to sneaker stores and they buy special edition sneakers. basically for $300-$400, and they take them back to their countries and they sell them there, right? Because Nike doesn't. Yeah, it's a very complex subject, but basically that's how it works. You live in Colombia, you come to the US, you buy a bunch of sneakers, you take them back, and you sell them for a profit, right? Imagine if you can go to these stores and instead of buying 50 sneakers, now you have the Cypherkicks that will give you a really good discount, and you can increase your profit. And there's thousands of businesses that do this around the world. It's a huge secondary market that exists for sneakers. So let's go back to to where we start. Only 5,000 Cypherkicks allow you to do this. So between that Web3 utility, I'm pretty sure that with time the value will start to be seen by the community even more so. Obviously now we're in a bear market, so it's hard to realize that. But things are looking bright, in my opinion, for the CNFT space.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Long term, absolutely. Question: have you seen a lot of people using this discount? You said you were set up in one store. Has anybody gone in and done it? What's the?
Well,
how many?
For sure. I think the owner of the store, we text back and forth.
Yeah.
He's told me about 5 people.
That's awesome.
I'm guessing eventually
in one city,
yeah, in one city. I think eventually, of course. I think eventually he just got it just became normal, and he doesn't text me about it anymore.
But
he's a great guy.
Yeah.
They even have a big poster of a pair of Cypherkicks in the store. It's really cool. You are part of this NFT community, right? You like the sneakers, and you go into a store, and it feels like not at home, but you can talk to people about your same interests, like NFTs, sneakers, and Cypherkicks, and you can just try some shoes. You can talk about, these are my Cypherkicks. You can show it to them in real life. I think that's something that a lot of people are missing, is this type of places. And I think that the more we have, we are aiming for Chicago first, and we're going to try for New York stores, then California. Then we're trying to go abroad. One of my partners is working on a deal with a store in Mexico. So that we are really trying to make this happen at a larger level, so that more people from our community have these cool spaces to go to. I think one of the best things that you can do is have someone to talk about your interests in real life, and that's really difficult in this space. Like you guys, you're together, you can talk about it all the time. I talked to my wife about sneakers, and she's like, her shoes, right? And I talked to her about NFTs, and she's like, okay, she doesn't even understand NFTs at this point. I've been working in this for 1 year, but it's not her thing, right? So when I go to a sneaker store, I can talk to the owners, I can talk to the employees about sneakers, new releases, colorways, this and that. And now the fact that being able to talk to them about NFTs as well, because some of them own them, right? When I go to the store, I talk to the employees, I show them JPEG Store, I show them how to download a Cardano wallet. If they like it, I send them some Cypherkicks, so they become part of the community as well. So that's the really cool thing, in my opinion. What I'm trying to do.
Gotta get them in. Gotta get them.
100%.
Give them the scratch, the itch.
And there's a lot of things that we do. We have a white paper. One of the things that we'll be doing is customized sneakers in real life. We'll be working with real artists to customize sneakers with paints and things like that. But one of the cool things that they will come attached with a actual NFT. So they will have an NFC tag inside. You will be able to scan it with your phone, and you will see the NFT that is attached to that pair of shoes. Now, we will sell those on Discord, some of them, but most of them will be working with our partner stores. So they sell Cypherkicks, basically real Cypherkicks in the stores. And they explain to people we also have these really cool sneakers. They're customized, they look sick, and they give you a free NFT with them. And, here's the box with the instructions and everything of how you can redeem the NFT, if you're on the shows. And that's something that's going to be really dope. And it's also in the roadmap.
Wow, you guys have, I'm just peeking around the website, and you guys have a bunch of merch, actually, it seems like.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. I mean, let me see them socks.
I knew about the socks.
The socks are really the number one thing, in my opinion, is the thing that we sell the most. They're very popular, for sure, and very comfortable as well. We actually shared a tweet about the socks. I think it was yesterday as well. Someone from the community did a photo shoot with them, and he just sent them to me. That was really nice.
Yeah,
and that one
I
is,
love that so much. That is the coolest thing.
Oh,
the
yes.
policy ID,
That is
policy
so
ID of the
cool.
first season, the Cypherkicks logo, and the Cardano logo.
That's badass.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
that was really cool and comfy as well.
I want to know what some of do you have any favorite Cypherkicks or favorite sneakers that you might like to share with us?
If you go to the homepage on the website, right there, the ones that are basically featured, like the season 1 and 2, those are the Sean Waterspoons. Season 3, those are Air Jordan 6. So and if you go down a little bit, and I own some of these in real life as well, like the versions they're based on.
I love that.
Crazy cool shoes.
Do you happen to, I don't know, have a pair of shoes near you that we could look at?
Woo. If you give me 30 seconds, I can find it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 1 second.
We'll talk about. We'll look at these pretty
I'd
pictures.
love to see the real life version.
Yeah, I was hoping he would do that. That's what I
was
wanted.
like, should I ask?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask.
I know, on the spot, but when someone's a collector of something, they usually got that shit on.
Damn, that sweatshirt
I'm
is
really
so
impressed
cool.
by him. Yeah, I think it's
Great.
cool.
Yeah, these are interesting. So glad to have snatched up those.
What you guys get?
Pixel Kid.
Show it off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They were, they were on the floor, so we picked them up off the floor.
I would die for these shoes. Look at the tongue. Wow. I love that logo on the tongue, like that.
And
I would get addicted to sneakers if they had NFTs on them.
This is one of the older ones in this wallet too, minted in October. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
A little
early
extra thing. Yeah.
I'm buying some of these socks. Like
I want to have my dead pixel wear the shoes. It's just the box.
Yeah,
head
he's floating, he's levitating with
shoes on there.
Short lantern. And I mean, it does go well because it looks like it's just stolen off a dead person.
That's true. The bones looks like they've been ripped off.
Oh, those are really nice.
Yeah.
The first ones.
Ooh,
baby.
Nice.
A little outrunny.
Those are nice.
Oh, yeah. These are like summer shoes. Crazy expensive, by the way. It was a dream to buy them.
I bet they look like they would be.
Yeah, they're like $1,200 or something like that.
Ooh, damn. What is that, an NFT you got in your hand there?
Yeah, these are Air Jordan 5s Off-Whites.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like that.
These were designed by Virgil Abloh. So he passed away recently.
That is insane. Holy shit.
Yeah, so these are like with
who is
Virgil Abloh. Yeah, so he's a designer. He's he was the Louis Vuitton designer, and he was also the founder of Off-White. So this is basically his work. This
was there a queue? Did you have to do a queue for any of these?
That's impossible to get, basically.
I bet. Yeah.
Very low quantity. I had to buy this secondary.
Secondary, yeah.
Cool. That's what
And then the Zenith. These are Jordan 4s.
Damn.
These are also very difficult to find. But yeah, this would be like my top 3, basically.
That's really cool. Thank you so much for showing those to us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I had them in the closet. Yeah, I barely use some of them.
Close at hand. You've got to have something.
I think I like those summer shoes the best. I think I like those.
The Waterspoons, a lot of people don't like them. Some people like them, but they're very different. That's what I like about them.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, the colors are very interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It like kind of creates movement looking at it too.
Yeah, they're really cool. These ones are also cool, and they have like a bunch of details. They're like deconstructed shoes.
Yeah,
they have
those look like
they have like holes and I haven't worn those ones. They have the lasers and everything.
Yeah,
but also I don't feel they fit my style that much. So I bought them for to be collectibles.
Yeah, those deserve to be behind glass, honestly.
Yeah, they deserve to be. However, I'm gonna wear them for CNFT con.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool to see them, but
my committee wants me to wear something super hype, so probably those with the Cypherkicks socks, that will probably be what I'm gonna
look, oh man, I can't wait to see it. I'm taking a picture of your socks and shoes specifically.
I'm going to bring a lot of socks to CNFT con for sure. Some giveaways, some for selling, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
I'm getting them before that, but maybe I'll get an extra there.
So we had a comment I wanted to share here from AG in chat. It says, Peppers is the CNFT GOAT. He's a true leader and an innovator, so far ahead of other Cardano projects. Wish we had more leaders like him.
Aww.
Thank you.
Very sweet.
Appreciate it.
Nice, AG.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been quite a treat to be able to talk to you and even see some IRL.
Yeah, that I feel really special for that. Yeah,
it's really great.
Yeah, those are really nice shoes. Yeah, I definitely love them, and they're definitely a favorite in the community. A lot of people like them. But yeah, that's really the cool thing. Like some of these are to me like beautiful sneakers. Some people might not like them. That's the beauty of the sneaker community. That's why we have so many Cypherkicks. Something for everyone. We even have like some Converse style.
Yeah, that's what I was checking out. Like, yeah, because I like that variety.
Yeah, Crypto Heaps, he doesn't like sneakers, but he likes Converse. So he got a few Converse for his collection. So
I want
there's always something for what I will never do, however, Crocs.
Oh,
not coming?
That's a faux pas.
Yeah. No, don't expect them coming anytime soon.
All right.
What about some sandals? You know? Got like flip flops.
Doc Martin.
No. Too common.
Shoes.
Too common.
Spikes on the bottom. No?
We have some cleats. We have cleats.
Cleats, yeah.
We have cleats in the collection. Yeah, like
all right.
Yeah. For those who like to play sports and having a piece of the shoes they own. Yeah.
What about the
shoes? Keeps you from falling in the snow.
We have a few snowshoes. We have a few snowshoes. GC snowshoes though.
Really?
They're like GCs. Yeah, they're very funny. Yeah, with some snow on top of them and everything. Yeah.
Damn.
That's awesome, man.
They covering the bases.
You got it.
100%. Yeah, you have to be ready for everything. You know, especially Web3, you need your snowshoes.
That's right.
Yeah, you never know. So we're I think getting close to the end of this segment here. Any shout outs or final words?
Yeah, for the Cypherkick community, they've given me everything. I try to give back as much as I can. I try to make them proud and do everything I can to make this project a big success. And follow the roadmap. We've continuously followed a roadmap so far, and we'll continue to do so. But yeah, to the CNFT community, this space is amazing. Alessandro as well. Thank you, for having him here. It's great to hear from him. Great guy. He will be a historical person in the NFT space for sure in the future. Everything he's done is incredible, and but my community above everything, my community, they're so great. I
can tell for sure. Oh. Well, we're so happy to meet you. We can't wait to hang out with you at CNFT Con.
Yeah, we're gonna be right there.
Next door.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, with Clay as well. That's gonna be fun.
I know.
It's gonna be the dream team.
Yeah, in front of the press. Yeah, in front of the main stage, right? I think I'll be speaking as well. I'm not sure, but I will probably be one of the speakers as well in the event. Talking about real life to Web3 connections. How we can connect merge to Web3 as well. It's gonna be fun for sure. Yeah, I think one of the easiest ways to bring people into Cardano is through things that they already enjoy, and merchandise like fashion and sneaker culture is one of the biggest ones out there. So if we can connect the two, which is what we're trying to do, we'll be very successful. Especially since no one in Ethereum is doing it, right? You are not going to buy a pair of sneakers in the store that has like $50 in gas fees, right?
No,
that's a really good point.
That's why Cardano. That's why Cardano is also very
good. It works well because of that.
Yeah, no, it does, and and Cardano has very low fees, so basically you can just not charge anything for the NFT that comes with the pair of sneakers or whatever you buy. So it's easier to onboard the mainstream different mainstream communities to Cardano than it is to Ethereum, in my opinion.
Definitely.
We're actually doing just a little plug here. We're doing something similar. We're doing a board game, physical IRL board game and CNFT collection. So we're still, you're talking about going into stores and we're like, that would actually be really like board game stores, right? That would be pretty cool.
Interesting.
So
you can definitely do that with like sneaker stores and things like that. They usually sell like collectibles. So if they're collectibles, and especially if you like brand them in like only 500 exist. They love that type of stuff. They love like unique things that have like a serial number. It's just what collectors like, including me. I'm a sucker for special things. I like to own things that are special, right? That's why I own a space bud. That's why I collect NFTs and sneakers.
That's rad, man. Well, thank you so much. This was really cool. Really great to talk to you.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Looking forward to talking again.
Definitely.
Of course.
Yeah,
thank you.
Peace out, Peps.
All right, next time.
Peace out.
Peps.
All right.
Awesome interviews today.
Yeah.
Also, awesome audience.
Good audience too.
Yeah, great conversation.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Sometimes I hate my laugh, but it's impactful.
Those shoes, like I'm not like huge into sneakers, but like I'm a big Virgil fan, and like seeing he's like big friends with Kanye. That's why.
Well, there you go. Enough said.
I see where you're coming from.
And I
but
mean,
he's also like a genius too. But yeah,
you do have that flair, even though you're not a sneakerhead. You've got this bandana hoodie thing going, which does coalesce with sneakers. So it's a sneakers adjacent.
Yeah. I don't know, honestly. I don't know why I never got sneakers, but maybe dodged a bullet. But I heard it's expensive.
Yeah, you dodged a effing bullet. We're already.
So waiting. Marshasaurus waited for Peppers to leave, and then and you can't quite see it, but he says, "I had to put on a pair of Crocs before bed to make it that much more."
Trying to add insult to
painful.
Yeah. Oh, Marshasaurus has got the strategy. He probably learned that from Mr. Pistachio, some sneaky stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. You gotta play that. So before we move to our Drop It Like It's Hot segment, speaking of Mr. Pistachio.
I never thought we'd talk about Mr. Pistachio to Alessandro. That was
it was a quick mention.
Quick name drop.
Didn't want to get too deep into it, but, you could. So we've created, as part of our Patreon, what do you call
customizable
it?
NFTs.
Patreon
airdrop
support group.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Our Patreon for the news support group.
Yes. We are doing monthly airdrops to people of the $20 tier and above. And last month's airdrop was a very custom NFT, a customized voicemail message.
For you and no one else.
That's right. Specifically about each of our individual people and our supporters. And we've been sharing them here and there. And do we have another one that we can share?
Eustacia.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to pop this up.
This it with some. So this is our boss, Mr. Pistachio.
Right.
And he is a
joyless,
nasty, very joyless person, and he likes to sue people. And he's the head of our news network, so
he owns a lot of stuff. So he doesn't watch the news, so we still get to do what we want to an extent. But he thinks NFTs are, he thinks they're for degens, which he's right. He's right.
That's true. So I'm going to share.
But he's got a different idea of what that is than we do, at least.
I'm going to share this as audio, which is something I've never done on this streaming platform. So we're going to try this out. This is Eustacia's. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop this. I'm not sure what I just did.
You can share as audio? That's kind of cool.
Is it working?
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything either. I don't think it worked.
Oh, okay, you're here with me.
Let's do it the normal way. Let's try it the normal way. You get to look at this big blank screen, but this is just the audio file. The NFT, of course, had metadata and an image and all that stuff. This is Mr. Pistachio calling Eustacia.
Hey, this is Mr. Pistachio calling for Stacy, Stassi. That's a pretty hot name, if I do say so myself. Oh, okay, I see. Stacy makes cupcakes. Okay, so you're some kind of a cupcake maker, some kind of an artisan, are you? Well, then you sound like a lady of many hats, because I've heard some things about you. But first, let's talk about your cupcakes, okay? Because Mr. Pistachio's wife has quite the sweet tooth, and I don't know how she maintains her girlish figure. She looks great on that private island of mine. She always is looking great and bikini bod ready. But anyway, I think I'd like to order her some artisan cupcakes. She loves custard. I mean, the woman goes crazy for custard. So, she really keeps me balanced, and I'd love to order her some cupcakes. But while we're at it, I have to ask you something else. I've heard you're quite the hacker. I've heard you're really good at what these kids would call sick computer skills. I pick up a thing or two from my newscasters. I try not to listen to them too much because they're deviants, but sometimes they have something that can make me a little more hip, Anyway, so since you're a really good hacker, I'm going to need you to hack into my private island, the accounts that we keep visible, and I want you to look into my wife's affairs. All right, I need you to track everything she's doing. I'm a little worried that she might be doing something that I don't like, and if she isn't doing something I don't like, then you'll make her the cupcakes we discussed. If she is doing something I don't like, you will make her some poison cupcakes. Or, just the kind that will slow her down, maybe not kill her. We'll have to see how bad the infraction is, alright? So, I'm not calling you to sue you today. I'm just trying to give you a great golden business opportunity. Alright, I hope we have plenty of time in business together, bud.
That was a pretty nice one.
Yeah, that's really positive.
Usually,
compared to most of them.
It's a lot more intense.
Yeah, Mr. Pistachio did not try to sue. He didn't even threaten. So positive. Eustacia must be feeling pretty good. Actually,
he did try to get him to commit a crime, but one has
even
to.
the crime, he didn't want to kill his wife. He just wanted to slow it down. Yeah.
He would get his get out of jail free cards. Mr. Pistachio prints get out of jail free cards.
Sure.
It's like a Monopoly game, so it would be fine.
Yeah, actually, and we got to do a shout out for Eustacia because it was actually Eustacia's kind of idea to even do this. This thing.
Yeah.
Well, he said that getting a phone call. Well, okay, so he joined the Patreon and he joined Mr. Pistachio's Rolodex, which is the $20 level, which is why Mr. Pistachio called these people because
they're in his Rolodex. Right? He gets his bottle of gin. He goes through. He makes the calls.
So he joined, and he said it would be terrifying to get a call from Mr. Pistachio. We were like, it would be, wouldn't it?
And
Let's make that happen.
And I think that's why Mr. Pistachio couldn't threaten him in it because he knew. I think Eustacia wanted it. I think he's a masochist. I think he wanted to be threatened by Mr. Pistachio. So Mr. 100%. Pistachio had to give him the opposite of what he wanted because that's what Mr. Pistachio does. Just like Santa Claus, he knows just what you need. He gives you the opposite.
So anyways, the point is you should join the Patreon, and there'll be another airdrop for this month.
And every month they're crazy and exciting.
Completely different.
After 3 months, you get a mug. I don't have one with me right now, but
you get a mug and an NFT of the mug.
Connecting the physical
a 3D
world.
Model. Pretty rad.
A theme.
It's pretty rad. I think you'll all agree. All right, let's go now to our drop section. Here we go. We got to drop it like it's hot.
Oh, it's hot.
Right. Yeah,
that's why we've got a hell angel here today.
Because it's so hot.
It
was so hot, she died and went to heaven. Still a devil, I guess.
True that.
Yeah. So we got a few things to show off here today. One of them is Cheeky Unts. Yeah, let's take a look. All right, Cheeky Unts has a drop happening, and we've covered this already, but there is some new information, so we're covering it again. Here we go.
So we've covered this drop already, but they just announced a partnership with Yummy Universe. Love to see that. Mint with that Yummy. And so now you can mint a Cheeky Unt using Yummy token for a 10% discount compared to the ADA price. When you mint using Yummy, you'll also be entered into a giveaway for a one-of-one Naru Unt. A Naru Unt. Yeah. And let me tell you, y'all, if you don't know that much about this project, you should totally watch our interview with them because it blew me away. I mean, it got me freaking pumped about it. So yeah, on our YouTube, check
Check
it out.
that out. What else we got here? Beat Boys. We know about them. So Beat Boys, with their copyrighted music.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Maybe. You never know.
We're afraid of music.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Boys, the next and last free mint for neighborhood access from Beat Boys is set for Saturday, June 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. UTC. There's only 1,500 available. The last 2 neighborhood access mints sold out in just about 2 minutes with a 1 per wallet limitation. So a little bit of that, but then we can show you the previous ones. And here we
That was Will's most recent NFT.
That's what I was going to say, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of these, huh?
Yeah.
That's rad.
Hey, I've never seen an NFT listed with a 0.5 or point anything before.
Oh, yeah. That is
Wow, yeah.
Just random.
Bless
That's you.
Here we go. Next up, we got bonsai trees.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool. And a bit of a surprise, too, I think. So Cardano trees, a lot of people probably know from back in the day. Their bonsai tree is now open. So if you're holding a Cardano tree and one of a few different collections that they've put out, you're able to mint 1 bonsai tree for every other tree that you hold. So the snapshot was taken this Monday. So you have to mint from those wallets. And minting will remain open until July 6th, July 6th at 21 UTC. And what's interesting about this is details about the public mint for the remaining pieces will be voted on by the community.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. One thing that's kind of cool, I picked up mine last night.
Nice. What'd you get?
So I got this guy.
Oh.
Badass. I love it.
They got they'll have like the
Peru
ring and then like a sun and stuff. But the cool thing is, I guess it will continuously change. So like this is final size in the year 2025. So I guess it'll be different then than it is now.
That's really interesting.
Can I tell y'all a fun fact I learned about bonsai trees? I think I've already told y'all, but I think it's so awesome that bonsai trees are not miniature trees.
I recently learned that too.
Yeah, they style them to look like small versions of big trees that we know and love, but they are actually just.
So how do they prevent them from growing?
I think they just like snip, prune, maybe. They just
snip
like
the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
When they try to grow, they say no.
Mm-hmm. Well, they might be like, I'm just saying they're not miniature versions.
It just moved. I saw it.
Yeah, no, it does move. I'll zoom in. Because it is live, just like the Cardano trees. So it does like
it's alive.
Grow and do whatever. I mean, very slowly, but
is it on chain?
Oh yes, it is. Of course.
Oh yeah.
You can see all the
based on the size of the pot.
That's constant.
Look at that. That's an NFT, folks.
That's an on-chain NFT.
Mm. Oh, okay. Dukemus says it because they're in a smaller pot, they can't grow as big, so it's based on the size of the pot.
Thank you.
Very nice. I was hoping for some clarification there.
It's based on the size of the pot. Yeah, great. All right, rad. So check that out. If you have a Cardano tree in your wallet, you should do this.
Yeah, I think it's like 35 ADA. It's something like that. But
we got one. We got to get one. We got to mint one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you minted our Cardano tree for us.
Yeah, we were out of town.
Yeah,
like, God damn it. Get us a tree. Get us some of those trees.
All right. Let's go to our next.
That was a rough week to be out of town. I remember a lot of shit was happening.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Like,
was that when Naros was dropping too? Or something else was dropping?
We didn't ever mint any of those because we
weren't
I think
there.
It was not.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at Calvaria.
That's right.
Calvaria. All right, I'm going to pop this up. Okay, so we've already covered the Calvaria drop. It's a collection created by Josh Jones along with Pneumonium, but they recently introduced something that we don't really think has been done before. Now you can share a referral link and get 10% of the mint price, which is 6.9 ADA, sent straight to your ADA handle. So the way this works is you share the link. It's basically like it's got an intro part of the link. I kind of want to show this to you, but it's nemo.global/?r=, and then your ADA handle at the end of that. So you don't have to like go and register this thing or anything. You just share the link with your ADA handle, and boom, which is pretty wild. They say there will be a leaderboard as well. So whoever gets the most people to use their link will get something special after the mint closes on the 25th, which is coming right up. So this is ADA Anvil mining. Why is this here? Does this have something to do with it? I don't know. Let's move to the next one.
Famous Wolf Club. The Famous Wolf Club is a series of 6,666 wolves that are destined to become famous.
That's a lot of wolves.
And they're all destined to become famous.
It's a lot of famous wolves.
They're born into the world with nothing more than the most basic necessities. Some with celebrity status, so maybe they're like
the most basic necessities.
They're like the children of celebrities.
and a mustache.
Some with celebrity status, some with fame, some with talent. But with the right kind of hard work and a bit of luck, I think it's a good bit of luck, honestly, but I'll go with that. Your wolf will become famous too. The collection consists of 27 breeds of wolves in a high-resolution 5K render. There are over 260 various traits and attributes. Only 20 wolves are born famous, and they will form part of the Famous Wolf Club. Interesting, 20 wolves born famous. Every wolf is born with a talent and fame. The talent will be randomly allocated during the mint. Your wolf's
These are famous boys.
Starting fame score is calculated based on all the traits your wolf has. Famous wolves are born not only with talent and fame, but also a career according to their life achievements. The famous wolves were just naturally lucky, but your wolf too can become famous with the right amount of time and dedication.
So this is a standard wolf, not famous.
Interesting.
Yet.
Born with his basic necessities.
Yes, a hoodie and
Get a bandana. That is a necessity.
That's right. I was thinking about you with that. The path to getting a famous wolf is all about the fame points. The first step is to name your wolf, get your wolf a career, and on their path to fame. Sounds like when you're getting your sim famous. No details on how these steps will work at the moment.
Interesting.
Be like a journey.
You do need to register in order to mint. So follow along with that project if you'd like to get involved. The mint is on June 26th at 2 a.m. UTC for 80 ADA apiece.
And it says famouswolves.secretgoats.io/register.
Yeah. In case anyone's following along.
Writing it all down.
Yeah.
That's what a good news journalist does.
Matthew March wonders if you should just keep the supply lower by not minting. Well, Matthew,
mint at least.
If you don't mint it, then the public will potentially get it.
Technically, we don't know yet, because I guess it'll be voted on. But that is interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough choice. Well, maybe you could go a little lower than you would have, but think about if it goes either way, what would you want? And
have you minted any yet, Matthew?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll let them know in the comments.
There's another drop going on right now. It's a secret. It's part of our board game. We have a few secret redacted documents left over. I doubt anyone will find them, and if you haven't found them yet, but that's just how it goes. But we wanted to share.
We wanted to do a secret drop before doing our, before we had gone on and done marketing and stuff like that. We figured we wouldn't make a big show about it until we were marketing it more.
But I want to show this. A couple of pieces of artwork that no one has ever seen before from
Not by human eyes.
Facility 7 game. So I'm just going to go through this very quickly, and you guys can catch a flash. So these are all the agents, and each of these will be varying levels of rarity PFP stuff in the final drop.
And you can get hints as to who they're with by who they're aligned with underneath.
So if anything is, there you go. There you have it. Some very cool artwork reveals.
You guys got a good artist for this.
Yeah, Melissa.
You guys got such a good artist.
She's awesome. We love Melissa. We love working with her. And we hope that maybe we can get her into the space too, because she's just, this out there in the world that we tapped to make this happen. And hopefully we can get her in there. Thank you, Matthew.
She's softening to the idea.
That's right.
Oh, thank
you. Got 10 too. There's one type of
we minted 10, yeah.
A bonsai tree that's like so cool. Yeah. It's like the the branch, like if the pot's here, the branch goes like, and then it hangs below.
Ooh, yeah, I
It's
saw
so
that when I
cool.
saw that. I saw that. That did look awesome.
Fancy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at our
Great.
last project on the list today. This is onesies or rat Lab.
Onesies.
Is it onesies or is it Rat
Looks
Lab?
like it's Rat Lab.
Okay, this is just mistitled.
Yeah.
Rat Lab.
No, it is onesies.
Okay, it's both.
Yeah.
Is it?
Onesies
Lab is launching onesies.
Oh,
by Small World. Okay, I'm understanding now as much as I can. All right.
I do like the way those potions look.
Yeah.
Oh, so Rats Lab is an NFT project from the Rats DAO team. Oh, I was listening to them today on
it is from
Cardano
Rats
Over Coffee.
DAO, yes.
Cool. Although from the same team, they say the project is fully independent from Rats DAO in regards to how it's funded and its ownership. Their first collection is Onesies by artist Small World, a 10,000 series of 3D art. Upon sellout of the collection, 100,000 ADA will be gifted back to Rats DAO. A proposal will be submitted to the DAO to discuss options on how that 100K will be allocated. For the roadmap, they said keep an eye out for potions, crazy experiments, and the party. There will be 3 phases
Watch the party.
to the minting process. Each phase is called a rat race. So Rat Race 1 is June 26th at 8 p.m., coming right up in a few days. That's 60 ADA with 10,000 available, and there will be exclusive to Rats. This will be exclusive to Rats DAO NFT holders. All holders will have the opportunity to mint a onesies for each Rats DAO NFT that they hold. Cool. Rat Race 2, June 27th at 8 p.m. UTC, and if any onesies are still available following the first race, then Rat Race 2 will open to delegators who stake on one mate staking pool. Also, holders from the following projects have been invited to mint at Rat Race 2. Chilled Kongs, G-Gen Crypto Club, Universe 25, Cardano Forums, Cardano Lounge, Beast Boy Club, Mutant Mice, Spud Buddies, Birthday Berry. So that's cool. And then Rat Race 3 will be open to the public 100% June 28th at 8 p.m. if any onesies are still available following first and second race.
Legit. These are some wild looking. So they're not all. They don't all look the same. The website kind of made it look like they were all just the
rats.
They look very similar, but we've obviously got a lot of variety in this collection.
Cute eyes.
Yeah, which I think is very, very good.
Mm-hmm. Got a piece of cheese, baby.
That's a little shark boy with a cigarette. Ha!
Yeah, he's a badass.
Don't. Well, actually, sharks can't get cancer, right?
Oh yeah, true. I've heard that.
Oh, smoke away.
I didn't know that.
They also don't have lung, so.
So they do it for the
Jam
look.
in your gill.
It's for the look. Yeah. Goes down good.
All right. Well, that's the end of what we got to share. I think this was not bad.
This is a crazy episode.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Very exciting. I'd like to get that race as a.
We got to get that race
thing.
chunked up for life.
Especially that crash. That pile up was.
Yeah, that was
crazy. It was a pivotal moment.
It was. I was freaking out.
The middle of the third.
I had butterflies in my stomach. I was like, whatever will be. Tyler, don't worry. You're going to get a rematch. I appreciate that you let Alessandro win.
No, it was worth it.
I'm glad you let him win, honestly, because, he's been doing so well. I would hate for him to be taken down in his brother's game.
True. Yeah.
It would be really embarrassing.
I did have. You're right. Since we're talking about it, I did have to let him win since his brother.
Maybe when the next mini game is released, we can get him back out to try again.
Yeah, for sure. Now that he sees what a jolly good time
and we know
it
it's
was.
his brother, so it really just makes sense. Actually, now that we know that they're connected, we should have them both on at the same time.
And that would be the next evolution.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly insane that this happened this way. Like, did you say to him, "I want to race you"? Like, oh no, he said you needed to earn it. Did you?
Yeah, no, yeah. He said I needed to earn it, and then I said, let's do that jumping game that we were playing before. That is crazy. I didn't think of that.
Proposed it. Yeah.
I proposed, and then he said, let's wait. He said they have a new one coming out, but they already tweeted about it. They did already tweet about it at the time, so I just.
So you weren't
right.
suspicious. But it was odd that he knew so much about this one
immediately.
project.
Yeah.
It's coming together.
It makes sense that it's suspicious now, but at the
Yeah.
time I wouldn't have found it suspicious either.
Yeah.
Well, now we know how tricky Alessandro can
We
be.
do.
So everyone
Head,
Huh?
he was like, I forgot what he said, but it was sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, that's it for the news, my friends. We have another show, of course, on Monday, and it's going to be a fun one. Coming up, we have Shelter Pets potentially and Dracano joining us on Monday.
Ooh.
And then next week, we've got Big Joe the Don coming on and the
it's
Hardest
gonna be-
as well. So hot
yeah.
show
That's
next
a
week.
crazy one.
It's going to be good. And tomorrow, of course, we have marbles. Now, this is special. This is going to be
CNFT news.
CNFT News Twitch, probably. After this show, I'm going to try and get that set up. Otherwise, it'll be on Never Engine. But either way, it will be hosted by us. And Tyler, you're invited, actually.
Hell
if you want to
yes.
come on and talk.
Yeah, I mean, I've missed the past couple, but I'll
But
have to
since
see.
Chris is out of
Chris
town.
is out of town.
So it's us. I'm running the
We
show,
got the house
really.
to ourselves.
The mods, the Cardania mods will be there. And since we're on the news account, it would just make sense, I think,
Sure.
to
Totally.
get Tyler
Yeah, I'll
involved.
have to see. I think. We'll talk after. But I think I should be around.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
No.
And so maybe this is the first time CNFT News is hosting Marbles, and it's Chris is out of town. We've got the house. We are going to be hosting, but we do want the CNFT News Twitch to have things happen on it.
Yes.
So yeah, you should.
We got to
totally be
figure
there.
out more to do with this Twitch.
I know. I don't know. I should just. It's so easy for me to do the Stella cards and stuff. If for us to just stream the things that we're making for the show, we should honestly at least do that.
Yeah. When we do our next Patreon airdrop, I can certainly stream the creation of that one for this month's patrons.
Yeah.
I can play video games.
And playing games, yeah.
What if we did blockchain party? Just had a certain times where we just hey, come on, let's be about it, and we'll be hey, come play blockchain party.
Yeah, because they can play with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
How
we
many
could have any
players
kind
can
of
you
game.
have?
So you can have up to 8 on the jumping game and then 4 on the racing game.
Sure,
So,
Nice.
All right. Well,
All right, cool. Great show, everybody.
Thank
Like
y'all
and
for
subscribe if
tuning
you haven't yet. Like and subscribe, or you can't leave. You can't leave the door.
we got a couple new subscribers today. They said so in the chat. Actually, we are working on integrating this with Streamlabs. Melon which is the app we're using to stream, has an integration option. So we should be able to get little widgets and whatnot to pop up on screen,
So
if you
just
subscribe and whatnot,
mhm.
which would be really cool.
You're gonna make it.
Yes,
Yag me. You are gonna make it.
we're gonna yag me. So that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for the CNFT News and PNS Studio. I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Horse Grave.
With spaces.
And I'm out of here.